Daddy Spotty with the little dotty nose on her dotty head. Dotty. Hi guys. Okay. So I got a couple little updates, nothing crazy for you. Ooh. What'd you tell him about? You get in trouble with Shambhala? He's not ate all day, not once.
Since his second breakfast.
Since second breakfast. Should fix the camera while I remember. Here we go. Okay. Hi guys. So I've got a couple updates for you. I'll just go over those really quick. I made little notes. One, we will be naming the new Inky cat that showed up on the property last week. We didn't get a chance to name him yet, so I will work on that. We'll name him at 2:30. Does that sound okay for you guys? We will do that. The next little bit, some of this is just tidying up some stuff.
You heard me when I said everything.
Yeah. Yeah. The next thing is Bobby L.Y. won a basket for the last fundraiser that we did. And Bobby, we need you to send us an email with your address. I don't seem to have one. So if you could send that to me, that would be wonderful. My email is ffrcmegan, MEGAN, @gmail.com. So feel free to send me your address and we'll get that basket out. Other than that, all items have been shipped out. So yay! Kitty updates, a couple little things. I have my Peapod and Fudge have a little bit of a baby cold. Makes me sad. I don't like to see my babies having colds, but they have a cold. So we're working on them. They're on meds and, you know, we'll just keep working on them. Started about this weekend, I think about Saturday. Fudge started getting sick, and then I think Monday I went ahead and started Peapod on meds as well, just because, you know, they're kids.
Just because.
Just because, and lo and behold, she started getting sick too, so that makes sense. Other than that, all the kitties I think are doing pretty well. Nothing too crazy to report with that, other than their little baby cold. So we'll keep watching them and keep treating them just like normal.
Buddy Bean.
I got Barbie down here helping Mom.
That's cute.
The next thing I wanted to go over is a Kitty Christmas has officially started. We have already received boxes for it. Thank you guys so much. If you are not familiar what Kitty Christmas is oh gosh, December 6th, I think.
Yes. The first Saturday in December.
We're coming up to like a month away from Kitty Christmas.
Yes, we are.
Whew. Kitty Christmas, if this is your first one, what we do is this is where you send in boxes and it's specific things. So this is going to be all sorts of food supplies, any canned food, chicken, tuna, salmon, Odoban, cleaning supplies, all the necessities. And of course, I keep forgetting the cats keep saying the necessity is temptations too, even though I tell them it's not a necessity. But this is where you send them in. Make sure you put on your box Kitty Christmas, and we open them up and store them. And basically our goal is to stock the shelves for the coming year. So it is coming up very, very fast. We've already gotten at least 3 boxes, I'm told. So I'm really excited. Cindy has been opening them. We log them. And then on Kitty Christmas Day, we read our big, massive thanks to everybody. We also have a whole bunch of super fun events going on that whole day. So stick around. It is super duper fun. If you have any questions, feel free to ask Ahmad or email me. It's just a really, really fun day. And we look forward to having our cabinets stockpiled. So we go through, yes, put like on your label so we know who it's from. You could put like FFRC / KB, gave an example, KB Texas, Christmas, Xmas, whatever you want. So we know to open it and log it for Kitty Christmas versus like a box day. That time we do ask that no one sends like presents or like, not presents, toys or beds or anything. This is just strictly...
This is necessity only
to refill the shelves.
Food, canned cat food, treats,
Mama, baby cat
Mama,
dry.
baby cat, wet and dry, canned tuna, canned chicken, canned salmon, cleaning supplies, Oda Ban, Lysol,
Bleach.
Lysol wipes, bleach,
Litter.
the bleach tablets,
Thank you, Cat Crazy.
Laundry soap.
laundry soap, dryer sheets.
Yeah, food. And then temptations. I tell the kitties that that's not needed, but they insist that it is. And they go through their temptations. They're temptation-aholics. You're temptation-aholics. You too, Barbie. So that's Kitty Christmas. That is coming up. And if you have not joined us for our Kitty Christmas Day, it is super, super fun. I think we're going to have some extra friends here. We're going to have our Beth here. She's going to be here for Kitty Christmas. We have a bunch of volunteers here. It's just a really fun day. We do a lot of fun little events in between, also reading all the gifts that you guys have sent. So it's a really fun day. So that's it on Kitty Christmas. And I think the last update, I was going to tell you guys, I really debated on this. I debated on it. It's one of those things, a 50-50. Do I tell you guys or do I not? But someone reminded me honesty is always the best policy. And I think it's important for you guys to know some of the things that we deal with.
The good, bad, and the ugly.
The good, bad, and the ugly behind the scenes. So yesterday we had a call from a very nice man. Truly a good Samaritan called. He was passing through the state of Ohio driving. He was from Michigan, and I'm not sure where he was ending up at, but passing through the state of Ohio. While he was driving, he found a kitten on the road. He drove past him thinking that a kitten on the road. He drove past him thinking he was passed. Saw in his rearview mirror that the kitty was actually still alive. Turned around and picked him back up. What a good Samaritan. You could have just left him there. And just called around to try to find someone that could take him.
You want him?
And I said, what's that?
You want him?
No, I'll leave him back there.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
You know what? I'll go take a picture of him.
Oh, I got some.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I've been documenting his journey. So he called and he found us, and of course I answered the phone, much to Lynette's dismay. And I said, yeah, I can take him. I don't know, I just had a feeling this guy is, he just sounded genuine. So he was about a half hour away. So he drove out of his way to come bring us this cat. Once we saw him, boy, oh boy. This is probably one of the top most emaciated cats I've ever seen. Thank you, Barbie. One of the most top emaciated cats I've ever seen. He is in a horrible state, so that's where we debated on telling you, because one, we weren't sure that he was going to make it through the night. I did take him home with me to try to, triage him, I guess, through the night. He had, he had some of the worst fleas I've ever seen. Just blood pouring out of him. Just, it was so flea ridden. Yes, he has an upper respiratory infection, and that sounds so basic when you say that. His eyes were completely glued shut. His nose was completely glued shut. He only weighed 2 and a few pounds. And he should be probably more in the 6-7 pound range. Once we got the goop off of his eyes, and Beth was back there and she saw the fun. Once we got the goop off of his eyes, it's not glued with gunk, not actual glue. Goopy. Go on.
Like
Gunk.
scabs
On his eyes.
Yeah.
Once we were able, we had to soak his eye, putting hot, warm towels on his eye to try to loosen that up to get it off. Once we had peeled that off, infection just poured out. I have never seen infection pour out like that. to the point where I thought we ruptured his eye. I thought his eye had burst. Lo and behold, his eyes below that are pristine from what I can tell. They don't seem to have any marks or anything like that. They look amazing. His nose was also completely encrusted and gross, really bad. So the poor guy could not see or smell or breathe, nothing. He just is in such a rough state. So obviously, he has not been tested at all, because I can't even get, he don't even have nothing to give me at all. We've been giving him sub-Q fluids. I came up last night, big thanks to Eric. I came up last night, got some more fluids, and got some fluids and gave him some fluids last night at home on my dining room table with Eric, my lovely assistant Eric, helping me. And he can't do that stuff, so bless his heart. I've got some pictures for you. This is how he arrived.
Look away if you like.
Yeah, look away if you don't like goopy, ucky stuff. But here's him right there. He is black and white. So that black that you're seeing over those eyes, that is pure scabs. That's goopy scabs that are on his eyes. He had so much flea dirt. Oh boy, fleas were just running all over. Here's the side view, and it doesn't show you how truly skin and bones he is.
When he lays down, his shoulder blades stick out this far.
Protrude out.
Yeah.
Protrude. I actually thought he had a wound, but he didn't. It was just such a gap between his neck, like you could see through it, if that makes sense. It's hard to explain, but so we gave him, this was after his bath. So right here, see that spot right there? That's a shoulder bone protruding out. I have never had a cat that is so weak they can't drink or eat. So he drank yesterday purely by syringe. He's drinking today purely by syringe and sub-Q fluids. And bless his heart, how cute is this? So Beth set up his bed for him. Of course, we had loads of heat packs and things like that. Temperature was a great big concern of ours. And he's so bony. So Beth set up this bed for him. It's a bed with, you've seen them around here, those thick, those thicker leaves. I remember Cindy W. sent those. The thicker leaf pads.
Yeah, they're nice.
There. And a blankie on top of it because we don't want his poor little bones hurting, And so he is in this cushy bundle that you cannot fathom. And so he is toasty warm. I didn't even tell you last night. I had him in a small pen. I didn't even worry about a litter box because there's no way this boy's going to urinate for 2-3 days. There's no way because his body's going to take every bit of water that's coming into him. So I had him in a small pen and I had a heat pack under him and then one on top of the pen to kind of radiate heat down. Later last night, you could tell he was finally warming up where he stretched out. He stretched himself out. Like he wasn't so, curled up in a ball. Beth and Lynette were scrubbing him dry last night after his bath. He is in such a rough state. So this was last night in my house. Look at him. Come on, come clear. Look at him.
He really is the nicest boy too.
All the time we're doing stuff to him, giving him fluids and, trying to clean him up, and he's making air biscuits.
Yep, the whole time
Yeah.
I was holding him, Flora, giving him fluids. He's biscuiting away on my arm.
I had to call, this morning we had to call Beth in for his first round of fluids. And then earlier when I gave him fluids again, I had to call Edna in just to love on him while I get these fluids in him. He is just such a sweetheart. So He's still, look how cute this is. I hope it's not a very long video. That was after fluids and a little bit of baby food syringed into him. So do you see that red kind of blood looking stuff on his chest? That's just flea blood. Just flea blood and dirt on him. When he's better down the road, he'll get another bath. But we didn't want to get him too cold. That was our primary concern yesterday.
He was cold when he came in.
He was borderline on the cold of not returning. So it was borderline. So now he's feeling much better, but it's still touch and go. Yeah. So he is, for this cat to be, when he showed up yesterday, to be so completely blind, can't smell nothing. He's just like, do whatever you need to me. Just do whatever you need to me. It doesn't matter.
It's almost like they know you're trying to help them.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
with the temperature that we've been having at night,
He wouldn't have made it.
wouldn't have made it last night, maybe not tonight.
No, for sure.
It's been getting really cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was
Into the
almost
30s.
flaccid when he came in.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So to see, yes, Bobby L. I don't know if you got the message. I just seen you're on chat. If you can send me an email with your address, that would be great. You won a basket during the last fundraiser, so. So yeah, so that's where we're sitting with him. It's still very touch and go. Obviously, he's not been tested for FIV or leukemia yet. I'm praying to everything above, possibly, please, 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 that's not going to be the case for him. Regardless if it is, I'll work on trying to find him a placement or something like that. But regardless, I'm hoping he doesn't have that issue on top of other things. So. Yeah, so keep your good thoughts for him. I'll upload some videos of him that I've been taking the past few days. Yeah, or the past few days. I mean, last night and today.
It seems like
when you're checking him last night, when I told you he had spread out, like stretch out and his feet out. His feet were at the end of the cage last night, and I stuck my finger in the cage and I'm poking at his feet. I'm like, please be alive, please be alive. And then I took the lid off the whole crate that he was in. And he's like, oh, hi, Mama. And I'm like, okay, hi, babe. So we'll see.
Hey, I heard him meow this morning.
He is meowing now, which he did not have the strength yesterday. He didn't make a sound yesterday. He is meowing now. He wants food, but I think he's so snuffy. He just can't quite figure that out, but we're still syringing all his water, all his food. Even the food, it's pure, it's just baby food with some water mixed in it to soup it down. Cindy did run to the vet this morning and pick up some more extra care food for him, so we're going to try to do that. It's a high caloric type stuff. Is he in any pain? I don't think so. No. Yesterday, I will say though, we did give him some pain meds, just because he looked like he could use a little boop of something good. So any specific supplies for him? Syringes, feeding tubes? I don't think at this moment. I think we're doing okay with the supplies that we've got. Yeah, I know. Beth seems to arrive when a nurse is needed. That's so funny because this morning I actually spoke with Jackie this morning because I have yet to run into a case where someone's so emaciated they don't have the strength to even eat and hardly swallow. So I wanted to make sure I was on the right course. And I did say Beth was here, and she's like, perfect, put Beth on the case because we need to feed him every like 30 minutes to 45 minutes. She's like, Nurse Beth can do that. She'll get that for you.
Unfortunately, Beth hasn't been much help today.
Well, and then we stuck Beth on another project, so she's been doing that other project. But at least one of us is feeding him, so it's probably about time for another feed-in anyway. So, okay, so that's our update. Keep good thoughts for this little man. He's a doll baby. So far, he's only taken about 7 mLs of food, but so we're giving him fluids I think 4 times today, so he's already had 2. So He's very malnourished. I have never seen a cat I've never seen one that's so weak they can't eat.
Yeah, and you can't refeed cats or any animals. You can't refeed anybody. You think, oh, he's starving, give him all the food he wants. You can't do that. Their bodies can't tolerate it. So
No.
you have to feed very small amounts at very frequent intervals.
Yeah.
I heard you say you needed specific
We're not tube
food
feeding
for
him, no. We're feeding him with
I think I've got a chewy.
we're drip feeding him with a
Something you
syringe.
could order on Chewy.
It's a vet. Thank you, though. Are you able to tube feed him? I don't think so at this moment. And my big concern with him being tube fed truly is he can't breathe out his nose right now. So if I put a tube down there, that's really going to be blocking some of his airway. And I think that might be a tricky situation for him. So
Yeah, and he does, you drip it into his mouth and he does swallow, so it's...
But even at that, it's very slow. So you drip, he breathes. You drip, he breathes. So it's kind of a slow process. But yeah, the tube feeding is kind of a last resort. So yeah, I will say, Kitty's mom, I think so too. He seems to have a very strong desire to live. He if you walk in there, he flips upside down and he's pet your belly. I was giving him fluids earlier and I'm like, I need you to stay still so I can give you this fluids. And he's like, no, I'll show you my tummy. And I'm like, you have no tummy, bud. You have ribs. You have ribs and hips. That's all you are right now. But all right, we're gonna are we gonna name him today? I'm fine naming him. I want you guys to be aware, if we do name him and lose him, I'd feel bad to the person that named him, but I think we should give him a good name, a good strong name. Yeah. So all right, well, we will let you guys go. I'm gonna go pick up some names. So would you mind giving him some foods or food? I got the jar right in there with him. He's only doing
Sure.
6, 7, if that.
Not a problem.
Yeah, so yeah, keep your good thoughts. I'll give you guys progress. I'll keep you guys. It does happen, but I think we need to give him something big, strong name. Hi, Yvonne. All right. See you guys in a little bit. Okay. You're welcome, guys.